Coach Reg, aka Mr. Intensity.
And I'm Alana, aka Mrs In10sity.
And our job is to
invoke thought
and help awaken the world's consciousness.
One person at a time.
Hopefully that person is you. Now, I'll wait some people get on this video because this is a video that we're going to have conversations. We've taken notes because
it's a lot to be real.
It's a lot to be talked about, and I'm not going to be able to remember everything without rambling around. So I'll wait till y'all get on here, and then we will get started. All right. I'm gonna need my water because we going in today. All right.
Hi.
What's going on, everybody? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling? All right. What's that? Okay. So okay, bet.
Right.
All right. So let me see because I can moderate. Now I'm gonna put a little disclaimer here. Yeah, this is going to be a video that we're going to get into. We're going to talk about, and I want everybody to be mature about this conversation.
Yeah.
If you are not mature, I'm going to have to kick you out of the group or the room because we're going to build here, and we're going to talk about things that a lot of people don't talk about. They're not comfortable with talking about it. And we're going to also get into why people aren't comfortable with talking about this particular thing that's a part of all of us when it comes down to it.
They have made, religion has made it very, very taboo in a sense, but we all do it, you know what I mean? So, and it shouldn't be looked as like a negative thing, and more so as a positive thing. All right.
That's right. Somebody said, is everybody's connection good? Because somebody said their thing keeps on buffering. Is everybody's connection good? I want to get started. All right, check this, right? So, religion is where a lot of things that started with when it told you that wanting to have sex is not good.
Yeah.
Is taboo, is a sin, which made you subconsciously feel that sex is a sin.
Yeah.
Now.
And then you're going to be condemned to hell.
Yeah. Now, let's talk about where the whole waiting before marriage stuff started, right? When we were slaves, right? When we were slaves, the master of the slaves, basically, told us that we needed permission from them to get married because if we kept on having sex, it would be too many slaves to take care of, and he would not be able to take care of all of you. All the children. Okay, so pretty much he made sex so made marriage so we can keep you guys one person, one woman, one man, but that's not the way it was supposed to go. The melanated person who actually came was before a slave. We didn't do none of that stuff. We did things, now they call it polygamy, but we did things pretty much where, we had sex and it was no, you wasn't bashful. You didn't feel like you were embarrassed, none of that stuff. Now, we took notes today because we're going to get into various different subjects because I don't think a lot of you out there are doing this the right way.
Thank you.
I think that a lot of people out here, including me before, was just looking at sex as something like, that's just something that happened. It feels good. That's what it is. But you don't realize what that even is, what you're feeling when you're even having an orgasm and why that particular thing feels so good. And why you still like, oh, sex. Like even when you're a kid, like when you hear about sex, you start giggling. That's like a taboo subject.
Right.
You want to start with your notes or I'll start with mine?
No, okay. You can start with yours.
Okay.
The first couple.
Okay. Now they have told you that sex is a lower form of yourself. Well, that's not all true.
Yeah.
The reason why that's not true is because sex is part of who you are. And when you feel that orgasm, you can do things while you're having an orgasm and while you're having sex. Now, it's only a lower part of yourself because they've made it a lower part of yourself because now we do sex just to do sex. We just meet people and it's pretty much no form. It's nothing spiritual about it. It's all physical.
It has become more so degraded due to the fact that, it's in rap music and it's everywhere. You know what I mean? It's more so, looked at as negative, like we said before. But why is that though?
Well, this whole society is over sexualized to the point where everywhere you look, it's a half naked woman, it's a half naked man.
No longer half naked, fully naked now.
Well, I'm talking about like on billboard stuff like that. So it's like even if you're a kid, you're looking at billboard, you see a woman in her bra. You know, you see a woman and you see a man in his underwear with his yamin showing.
True.
You see on TV where they're just doing it all
It's
on
like
CB.
subconscious.
You don't even gotta have cable to see naked people nowadays.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when it comes down to it, as children, we're programmed that, you know, sex is just something that you do. You don't understand the spiritual aspect of it. You are programmed in religion to think sex is bad. Your natural instincts when you're like 15, 16 is to want to have sex. Why is that? Why do you naturally want to just have sex? Your body's changing and you want to connect with somebody. So let's talk about connecting with people. Now, sex should be taken a little bit more serious nowadays.
Yes.
Especially if you're a woman. The reason why is because when all those men enter your body,
right,
they're giving you DNA, but they're also giving you energy.
And spirits that comes within them as well.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? So you got to be careful as to who you let in you, because the more men you let inside of you, and eventually you're gonna become confused, so to speak.
Crazy as shit.
Confused.
Crazy as cat shit. A lot of these chicks out here.
Yes.
Because they got all that. They got all them damn energies. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In them, and they're like, they don't know what to do, so they just messed up.
People don't understand that's where it's coming from. So it's like, you're trying to figure out, why am I so emotional? Why do I feel this way? After having sex with numerous men, thinking it's more so empowering you, when it's really kind of like degrading you in a sense.
Yeah, it do.
So
and we'll get into a spiritual douche, but go ahead. Okay.
Yeah, no, so this is exactly where it's coming from. So be very, very careful as to who you're opening up your legs to, ladies.
And fellas, you gotta watch, because as fellas, when we get to younger age or older, we could have sex whenever, right, to whoever, and not feel nothing different. But at this present time, you're also giving this person your energy, because your bodies are connected. And now you're in their biofield, their aura, biofield of energy for that specific time. So if that person is not clean, if that person is not clear spiritually, that negative energy will also stick to you. And you will walk around with that negative energy as well. Which is why I say, fellas, you got to watch who you're with. Females, you got to watch who you're with, because nowadays sex is really not taken spiritually. It's 100% physical, which is 100% primal. Back when we actually had connection to the earth and nature, sex was spiritual and second physical. Right. And it was actually one. But spiritual, like the spiritual aspect of sex, the looking into somebody's eyes, the touching, the feeling their breath on your back, we don't do that no more. We just
like straight.
What do we watch? What do we watch as TV? If you're a kid and you find a porno, you're shit. You're done.
Because
you're done.
Yeah,
I was done early in the game.
This is exactly why we don't watch porn, guys. Mm-hmm. Do not watch porn, because it takes away the spirituality out of the sexual experience.
That's why I say in my regeneration program not to masturbate or not to watch porn. And the fella's like, why can't I masturbate and why can't I watch porn? I'm telling you, the center of your healing is your spiritual connection, but you're killing that spiritual connection by actually masturbating, because your body also knows when it's masturbating. It does. It's very intelligent. Right. And your body also knows when you're watching porn, because it's actually creating subconscious images in your brain saying this is okay, that's okay, when it's actually lacking spiritual connections, because porn videos have no spiritual connection at all. It's actually work to them. So they're not even showing you how to interact with a woman, because they're not interacting with the woman the way they're supposed to.
With the people.
They're getting paid to just do it to each other, but it's not really sex. It's not sacred energy exchange. It's just fucking. That's all it is.
Not to mention, while you're watching this stuff, the spiritual energy that you're receiving from watching it. You see what I'm saying? So you gotta be careful with that as well.
Yeah.
Now I was gonna make a statement. It's funny that a lot of people say that when they're having like a spiritual enlightenment, they feel no desire for sex. Or a lot of people,
I can get to that one.
Yeah, a lot of people just deny sex, thinking, okay, if I deny sex, I'm going to be more spiritual.
Yeah.
When we don't realize that, that type of attitude, just denying force. If it happens like that, where you're becoming spiritual, and you don't feel any urge to have sex, that's fine. But if you're forcefully trying to do it, then it can be destructive to your spiritual awakening as well.
Let me tag in. Okay, check this,
Yeah.
right? So we're going to do tag team,
Yes.
right? Tag. So check this, right? So when I have my spiritual awakening, every time I ascend, I do not want to have sex. My libido is totally gone. I'm not even thinking about sex because I'm totally getting closer to the spirit. In these particular times of my life, my libido is non-existent. And it's not like I'm turned off. It's just like that I'm not thinking about it at all because my spirit is on different things, especially when I astral project, especially when I do forms of meditation and get these energy and these messages in my brain.
Right.
So at that present point, I don't want to even do it anymore because for that particular time, however long it lasts, because I'm ascending, and every time I ascend, my libido is non-existent because I'm separating my spirit from my physical. And when you actually are in your spirit 100% out of your body, you really don't think about sex. I'm talking about not astral realm, because you can have astral sex. That's something different. That's a whole nother video. But what I'm talking about is when you are not in this body, attached to this body, you are not hungry, you are not sleepy,
you're not hungry,
you are not feeling sex.
It's
and
true.
when every time I ascend personally, I don't want to have sex. But when I go back, that's not when I go back, but when I, get back into my zone, then I'm back at it. But a lot of people kind of need a spiritual cleaning, a spiritual douche, as my boy said, because when it comes down to it, a lot of y'all don't understand, somebody said? Okay, so check this, right? I'm talking off what he said a little bit. Also, check this, because I'm not going to digress. Check this. A lot of y'all need to cleanse because a lot of your spirits are dirty as shit because you've been connecting with too many energies, and you kind of need to clean and be celibate for a little bit so you can come back to your spiritual self and then take your time to find somebody. Because here's the thing, y'all. When you are cleaner spiritually, you're going to be more picky with who you deal with because that energy will affect you now. See, when your spiritual part of you is blocked, the energy from multiple people won't really affect you. But when I started to ascend, just like a fast, exactly. When I started to ascend, I wasn't really attracted to all, like back in the day when I used to look at a bunch of women, I wanted to have sex with all of them. Oh, she got a fat ass. Oh, she got a nice breast. Oh, she thicker than a Snicker. All that stuff. And I wanted to have sex with her. But when I started to, operate on my spiritual side and I removed that block, I really don't care about how thick a woman is. All I thought about was, okay, what her energy like? How is her energy? Or where's her mindset at? You know what I mean? These kind of things, because as a man, we're going to look anyway. Let's keep it real. We're going to look. That's our nature.
Right.
But to look and want to do it to a woman without ever knowing her is something that's primal about ourselves and what we're taught. Because we're taught to look at a woman and immediately say, I'm wiping her up. You don't know shit about this woman, but you want to wipe her up. You don't know how her mind is.
Right,
because
of the looks, right?
Yeah, they taught us men how to operate on just our visual aspect of ourselves.
But
men are visual.
I don't think it's been taught. I think it's just been like
it's been programmed.
Natural.
Taught, programmed, same difference.
No, it's just a natural thing for you.
But
guys.
Let me tell you like this: a natural thing for us in our actual self would be to visualize, to look at a woman visually to say she's beautiful, but also to see the inner beauty of her spiritually. You know what I mean? That actually is the part where they kind of block from us.
Oh, okay.
You know what I mean? So that's what I'm talking about when it comes to that.
Yeah.
And beautiful means be you to the fullest.
Right.
That's what beautiful means. Be you to the fullest.
But you see, the thing is, not society. That's not society's thoughts on beauty. That's the thing.
Well, society's thoughts on beauty is the outside appearance, but not the inner. Right. And the inner is our spiritual side, where they have taught us not to do that. So when we connect to somebody sexually, we're only connecting from what we've been subconsciously programmed, what society taught us.
Right.
But when you actually come back to your spiritual side of yourself as a man or as a woman, I'm only speaking from my point. I don't even look at women the same anymore like I did when I was in my youth, unconnected. I look at a woman for her inner beauty. So when I see a woman, I'm like, okay, what about that aura? Because now I'm an empath fully. Right. So I can actually feel somebody's aura now. And if your aura is stinky, I can smell it. Mm-hmm. If you're destroying your body, I don't even look at you. That's just how I look. I feel like, a lot of us men and women don't even fuck with each other because we're so heavily, you know, engulfed in the material things,
Absolutely.
heavily engulfed in what shoes we wearing,
That's
heavily
what
engulfed
we've been
in the
programmed.
bullshit.
Yep.
To the point where, okay, you heavily engulfed in all this stuff, and then you sit here and you exchange your energy with this person, and this person will end up being evil to begin with. So then you have started a relationship or a sexual relationship on the wrong premise where you cannot connect with this person because you're not equally yoked spiritually. But both of y'all were blocked, and when y'all come together, you're both popped. You're both fucked up because you don't even know how to connect. So you're gonna sit here and just have sex with anybody.
But you see that, and to tag team off for that
Okay,
one,
tag
a
team.
lot of people, you know, tend to not even get a chance to give the other person a chance to know you, or to have the chance to know the other person. You know, I know social media, you know, texting and all that stuff is giving people like a fast food type way to just get to the sex. You know what I mean? And I think, you know, the fact that back in the day we didn't have all this social media, all this you know, contact with each other, we were able to, you know, pretty much salvage the time that we spent with each other and not really go into the sexual, just try to get to know each other.
Straight to sex, absolutely.
We go straight to sex. Well, not me, but I'm just saying, like, a lot of people go straight to sex without getting to know a person, and then when they do get a chance to know a person, they're already mentally, especially for a woman, they're already messed up because
you skip mad steps.
Yeah,
it's skip like mad steps.
You go from step 0 to step 10 in like literally within a week.
Yep. And I think that abstaining from sex when you get to know a person is probably important. And a long time ago, I wouldn't say that. I'd be like, as I was trying sex the day I met you, I'm like, like, no, just like any woman. But you too. When I met you, I was trying to have sex off the rip. I was like, yo, what's up? Like, why you holding out? Like, what's like? Listen, I'm still around. I was like, I'm gonna be with you anyway. Yeah, you know what I mean? But yes, it can help. It helped many people. But I'm just keeping it real. I mean, I was trying to hit from day one. I'm like, I'm trying to get in there.
Oh, trust me.
Like the rest of the women, like I was always, you know, I mean, I was always able to get in the pants real quick. But that was my mindset. My mindset was like, why are we talking? Why am I getting to know you? Why am I spending money on you? I'm trying to smash now. I'll listen.
That's the mindset.
Listen, I'll save you. I'm not going to leave. I'm coming back. But this is what they taught us. You know what I'm saying? They like I had no spiritual connection.
This is what women allowed you to start thinking after a while, because the women that you were choosing were a little bit, you know, on the fast side.
Maybe I just had game. I don't know.
I mean, you had game, but you couldn't get me on the first date.
Listen, I got you eventually. You see.
You got me eventually, but not on the first date.
Yeah. Okay. So check this. So here's the thing, y'all. So I think that, you know, they were fast. They probably right. You're probably right. Okay, sure. But see, but that's the thing though. That's the thing. You know, when you deal with people who are just used to having sex real quick. Yeah. At the end of the day, later on, you're gonna find out who that person really is, and then you're really not going to. Yes, I'm gonna do a topic on the show, Insecure. We're gonna do a topic, and we're gonna bring notes into that one. But anyway, I'm not gonna. But we'll write that down in notes. But anyway, yeah. So they taught us to pretty much do it real quick, and then get to know us later when it comes down to it. But you should have got to know the person, and then you should have got to know the person first, and then you gotta you do it when you get to know the person.
That's why there's a lot of confusion while connecting in sex.
Yep.
And that kind of leads me. Or did you want to?
No, go ahead.
Yeah, that's when it leads me to this, thing that I learned recently is that, you know about Tantric Sex and Tantric orgasms now.
And we're going to put some books in the description that you guys can read too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, if you get a chance to know a person, fully, you're able to connect on a tantric level, right? And, they're saying that you can, while you're having an orgasm, you can have the ability to manifest your life. You see what I'm saying? Like you can manifest. They're saying you can picture anything, such as being deeply in love forever, or abundance flowing into your life, or healing, or even healing a friend or a relative, or finding relief for the hungry or homeless while you're having an orgasm.
What's the thing about manifesting while you're having an orgasm?
While you're having an orgasm, you can start thinking, thinking positive thoughts, like, okay, I'm going to, think on a level like, I'm going to have an abundance. I'm going to start having an abundance. I'm going to start, manifesting money. You know what I mean? You can do that.
It's supposed to heighten your manifesting ability.
Because you're technically, when you're having an orgasm, you're pretty much closer to your highest spiritual self.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And once you're at that level, everything should be, 10 times magnified.
Yo, I'm telling y'all, let's talk about spiritual sex.
Yes.
I'm going to get in some exercises you can try. So we wrote these exercises down. So if you don't have a pen and a paper, please pull out a pen and paper or write this down, because I think this is going to help you out. Now, first, let's talk about your spiritual mindset first. Yes. It's going to be hard to do if you're not spiritually inclined with yourself and you don't love and know yourself.
Right.
If you don't love and know yourself, you're going to have trouble loving somebody else or showing love to somebody else in this way. Now, the benefits of this, fellas, I'll talk about the fellas, is a lot of fellas, if you're always physical, a lot of you can't really control your orgasms, right? Well, when you're spiritually inclined with this person that is on your same frequency in your biofield, you feel I feel her energy, right? And when I'm doing this, I feel everything she's feeling. So when she's coming close to her climax, I can feel that, and then I can gauge it. If she's not there, I spiritually can control my energy of this part down here, and I actually can hold it forever. Now, when I was younger, I had no spiritual connection with myself, and I couldn't hold it. But with my energy alone, I can hold it forever, and I can sit back and I can enjoy it. You know what I mean? And I can enjoy it for the spiritual experience that it is, because we're having an energy exchange, but it's on the same frequency. If you have somebody frequency is here and your frequency is here, you're going to have a clash. I'm talking about somebody who is doing it with the same level as you're doing it, and you have connected yourself spiritually, they have connected themselves spiritually. Now, in this day and time, you have to be careful who you choose, because back then, when everybody was in one with the world, everybody was in one. So it wasn't hard to find a person. But being that you're living around people who aren't one with the world, it's going to be very hard to find somebody who is on that level, or to build or not to build with somebody that's on that level. So you have to be very careful who you're dealing with here, because you can't just give your energy away like that. Sex today is like a handshake. It's like kissing.
It is like kissing. Not to mention, there's a way where you can tell that the person that you're, making love to or having sex with is not really for you. Your body, and women, your body naturally tells you in ways. There, like, I think 2 to 3 ways. 1, you can't orgasm at all with the person. 2, you can't. It's difficult for you to get aroused.
You're not feeling them.
Even if you think you're feeling him, even if you really think you're feeling your body does not react to that person, and it's weird. Trust me, there are ways, and it's like you feel uncomfortable. I can't even explain this last one. It's like something in you knows that you're not really
your higher self said this nigga ain't shit.
Exactly.
Your higher self said don't fuck with him.
Exactly.
He's not on your level. Your higher self told you. That's the thing that's in you. Well, your higher self always tells you what's right or what's wrong.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, fellas, when you're around a female and like a lot of dudes, if you want a wife a female, like you and your higher self tells you to leave her crazy ass alone, but you still deal with her crazy self because she
got a big booty.
She got a fat ass though, but she got fat ass though. But she a butterface, but she got fat ass though. Pussy don't got a face. Pussy don't got a face, but that energy got a face.
You see, this is why men mess themselves up a lot.
Hey, listen, I'm just keeping it real. A lot of men have said this. I'm a man, and I know men, and we talk like this. Pussy don't got a face, but she got fat ass. I know she crazy, but she got a fat ass though, right?
Right.
See, that's crazy.
That head game good.
But that's another one. That's a big one. That's a huge one. The head game got a lot of dudes trapped. But check this though. So check this. It's this thing that's released in your hormones. Okay, right. It's called oxytocin? Oxytocin.
Yes.
And it pretty much is stimulated by having sex. Now, when you have this random sex and overnight stuff, well, it's released and then it's decreased. One night stands. Yeah. It's like released. And if you don't hold on to that connection, like that feeling of bliss, when you're with somebody, it actually can raise your levels of cortisol,
which is stress.
Which is, well, it's the hormone that regulates you building muscle or fat or whatever. Too. It regulates a lot of hormones, and when you actually have one night stands over and over again, at the end, it actually can make you unhealthy inside because that hormone is being released for a short period of time, and it actually can be, decreased, release, decrease, release, decrease, and it can raise your cortisol.
That a lot.
Yeah. So it actually can become unhealthy. Yeah, it actually can become unhealthy. So I want y'all to think about that.
Now, oxytocin, for those of you who don't know what oxytocin is a hormone that kind of, helps you connect and bond with your partner. It's what's released when a mother is breastfeeding her child, to connect with that child. The oxytocin is released while she's breastfeeding. So it's the same thing when you're having an orgasm or you're having sexual interaction with your partner. That oxytocin is the connection, the bonding hormone that's released.
Yeah, absolutely.
To give you a better understanding of that.
Absolutely. Somebody said, what if that connection is so strong, connection and spirituality, that department, but on the moral and ethical side, he is not the one. Then he's not the one. Because if he's spiritually good, his moral ethical side should be on point too. That's another thing.
There shouldn't be like a riff.
Yeah. So if you're spiritually inclined, well, you should have morals, and you should be ethical.
Yes.
If you're operating in a lower form like that on those two important levels, then you're not really connecting them spiritually. You can actually confuse spirituality with intense lust, and it's not the same, because with lust you feel it 100% in your physical. With spirituality, you don't need to have sex to feel that, or you don't need to look at somebody and say you sexy. You look at them like, oh, I want that. No, it's not like that. It's like check this, right? All day I have sex. Let me explain to you. See, all day with my woman, I have sex without ever touching her. I have sex with her spirit. I have sex with her with the conversation. We have, y'all got the sex thing twisted of putting my penis in her body.
It's too physical.
We exchange energy all day, and that actually is our foreplay. So by the time we actually get to the point where we actually physically exchange energy, we actually are having foreplay for the entire day on the spiritual side. So when we actually get to that point, it's so compatible that it's like I could be doing it forever, but we control it obviously because we gotta get to sleep and shit can get intense. But you know what I mean? I'm just keeping it real. Right. But when it comes down to it, connection has to be strong, more than physical, more than outside the bedroom. You have to be connected to that person. I'm talking about
to have a conversation with that person about good stuff.
Y'all ever pick up the phone and then boom, that person's on the phone like, God damn, I was about to call you. That's like energy.
Like a psychic energy connection.
Like these are the kinds of things that has happened throughout the ages, but we have lost our connection with these people because everybody's out here blocked. So to find somebody that you actually are connected with on that level is going to be a task, but you can also manifest that into your life as well.
But you see, the thing is though, a lot of, I can speak from experience, right? A lot of women tend to not want to, fully connect with somebody because they're afraid that they're gonna be hurt. And at some point, so it's like, that's why a lot of women tend to, just have these numerous sexual encounters. You see what I'm saying? Which is.
I don't think that's why.
No, that is why. Like
that's one of the reasons.
Nobody wants.
That's the reason for the sexual encounters. Okay. So you try to make it quick so you don't get hurt.
No, it's like this.
Please explain. Please explain.
Me. I'm hurt. I don't want to be connected with anybody anymore. I just want to have fun like the way men do. Just
can't do what men do.
I know we can't do what men, but how
can't
men
do,
but. I'm just talking from a standpoint of a woman who has been hurt from a person who she dedicated her love, her attention, and her part of her life.
I understand. You
see what I'm saying?
You can't. Physically, okay. When a man enters a woman, right? He gives her.
Some women can. They can have. They
can't physically.
Physically,
the DNA
may not.
The DNA. You can't have a
bunch
of different DNAs in your body.
But mentally, they can.
Mentally, they cannot fit. Women are not meant to do that.
But you see, okay, I think what he's referring to is, you know, like the pH balance is messing up the pH balance. Once a bunch of different men is entering your womb, it kind of creates a more,
what's a womb? What's a womb? A void. It's getting filled
it's
by
being
man.
filled by men.
Right? So a woman's vagina actually can even shape to the man's penis.
Right.
A man can't do that. A man can't do that. So they've told you, they've lied to you your whole life to tell you can have sex with a bunch of men when physically it's actually not. You're not supposed to be doing that. That's not a woman's role to be having sex with 30 to 40 men or 10 to 15 men.
30 to 40 men is just ridiculous. But I'm just saying.
We're not saying no. I'm not talking about filling up a sperm. I'm talking about the casual encounters. Now I don't physically, like, this is with science. Physically, women take on that energy from the men, whether he's wearing a condom or not. His penis is entering her body. The condom cannot protect you from the spiritual connection from a person. A man, on the other hand, nowadays is affected by the women because the women have such a spiritual blockage and negative energies. Men are also getting affected now too, but women are going to get affected deeper because you're putting his penis in your womb and then you're taking it out, and you say it's no mental connection, but it's still a spiritual and physical connection.
Listen to me. I'm telling you, I'm speaking for the women who have been hurt, so hurt.
I'm not talking. The point. That's y'all women sit here and use this hurt stuff. And they run with it too much. But come on,
men do the same. Men do the same thing. Men will get hurt. They will be faithful to one woman, right?
Okay.
Then that one woman hurt them.
Okay.
Right. And then they start becoming hoes. Literally hoes. Start sleeping with a whole bunch of different women because they are hurt by the one woman that they love.
Okay, let's check this. Right.
It's the same thing with a female.
Okay, so you think that you can block your mental connection, right, to having sex?
Okay.
Okay.
Not
you, but women, right?
But some women. Seem to be able to be.
So what I'm looking is a lot of women here are hurt. So what they're doing to hurt themselves is to cut their mental.
I know.
Okay, check this, right? So a lot of women are here hurt, right? So what they're doing is they're actually going to hurt themselves even more on another level. So it's actually going to fuck them even more to the point where they actually can't get a man because their spirit is so fucked up and they're corroded with so many energies. Right. Now they really can't go back because they're using their hurt stuff instead of getting over it and actually manifesting a man that's compatible with them and dealing with that hurt. Right. They're going to let that hurt imprison them into something they're not supposed to do.
But you see, not all women are thinking like this.
But this is what you're talking about, so I'm addressing what you're talking about.
No. I'm just, this is a little side note, for those.
Even when they pretend.
For those women who, do get hurt.
Okay.
At one point in their life, and that's their excuse for using having different sexual encounters.
I understand. Okay.
Not trying to really connect to somebody.
Okay. No, I understand. I understand that point. I think you're correct on that point. This is why they do it.
That's why they don't want to connect to anybody.
Okay, because there's a lot of ain't shit men out here that's going to hurt them. And I agree. There's a lot of ain't shit men out here but if you have been hurt by a man, you must still understand that you're going to have to get over that sooner or later, because if you're still getting hurt by that man in a way is
we need to tell them.
that man in a way is still controlling you. Okay, he's still imprisoning you and he's making you act like him. So pretty much the person who is enslaved by the man is now becoming the person who enslaves himself, using the man as an excuse that he hurt you, so I'm gonna go ahead and just cut my feelings off of any man, because now since one man fucked me up, every man ain't shit. Right. And that's a bad attitude to have, because now a good man might come into your life and then you're letting this other man, this new man pay for the last man's mistake. So maybe this new man is somebody else for you, but because your decisions was bad before, you feel like your decision is gonna be bad next, and then you're not gonna give this next guy a chance, and you're gonna have a perpetual cycle of just being, and you're gonna put energy in you. You're never gonna want another man because there's one man or there's two men. How about changing your decisions? How about letting a man? How about getting to know a man? How about really getting to know a man before you actually give him your energy and give him yourself? Yes. Because I feel like a woman's womb, right, is very, very important, and I think keeping that woman's womb clean is actually very, very important as well. So I think that women who get hurt by men, it's just like men who get hurt by women. We can do the same thing. We can act like a hoe. We could do that. But I think men, if men get hurt the same,
they do the same thing.
We still let the person who hurt us still control us. So if you're not even with that person, you're actually still with that person because that person is still hurting you spiritually, mentally, and now you're imprisoning yourself physically because you're not giving yourself to anybody else, or you're giving yourself to too many people. You're too many people.
This is why we're saying, you know, if you encounter a situation where you've been hurt, in order for you to, you know, I'm trying to bring it back to the spirituality.
It's all about spirituality.
Right. In order for you to, you know, maintain your spirituality or elevate your spirituality, you can indeed be celibate for a while. Now,
I think you should be.
You should be.
I think after that.
No,
after your spirit was damaged.
Like that,
yeah.
Yes, you should be.
How long do you think it takes for celibacy to cleanse the aura? It depends on the person.
Yes,
it depends on the hurt. It depends on how long you heal. It depends on what steps you take to heal yourself. It depends on a lot of things. You know what I mean? Definitely. Question: is celibacy was it deprivation? And do you deprive yourself deprivation from an extreme sexual connection with a 28-year connection that is no good for me, approaching 4 years? Okay.
What?
Okay, so if you deprive yourself from extreme sexual connection with the 28-year connection that is no good for me, LOL, approaching 4 years. So they're trying to deprive themselves sexually?
Yeah.
I need to read that again.
Yeah,
you
I'm
read
not
that close
understanding.
up. Read that close up. Because
I can't even see these words.
You can't see them words?
No.
Right there. All right, so check this. All right, so 4 years you celibate, okay?
4 years.
But why are you celibate for 4 years?
Now, if you're forcing it, that can be a problem.
Yeah, because by forcing it,
when you're forcing it,
you can be creating blocks in yourself.
Exactly.
That actually causes you not to grow anymore in the level because the thing that actually you're naturally able to do physically, you're stopping yourself from connecting with another person on another level.
Because sexuality.
He's not good for me and cannot connect with anyone else. Well, if you're holding him out for 4 years, I don't know why he's still with you. He must love you to death. Because I couldn't do that.
Serious.
But I'm just saying, like, if you're holding yourself out for him, then let him go. Let him go.
Yeah,
you're holding on to him.
That's
You're holding on to him. Like, for real, I would have left a long time ago. I don't know what that dude's doing.
Yeah.
Because you're basically punishing him.
But technically, who knows if he's really actually
what? So when you hold a man off for that long time,
he's gonna find somebody else.
Hey.
I don't know.
Hey, I guess.
There's a possibility that that may occur.
Okay, so here's some exercises where you can actually help to connect yourself with that person.
Yes.
And you might want to write this down, because I'm going to read them off of what I have, okay? Now, the first one says, stay celibate for as long as you can. Now, this will increase your sexual energy so that you can learn to channel it. You may feel a tingling sensation in your lower back. This is your Kundalini energy, which assists in the experience of utility, okay? Unity. Of unity, okay? The next one is set aside time to dedicate only to your partner, okay?
Yes.
Create a sensual place with candles, soft, I love that. We did the binaural beat sex. That was love. The binaural beat sex was great, right? We did binaural beat. Oh, man.
My God.
Okay, so, or you can do whatever you like, listen to that kind of eases your vibration,
yes.
Okay? Ethnic music, silken robe, aphrodisiac fragrances, and so on and so forth. Right. Okay? What? Spell what? What you want me to spell?
What you
want me to spell?
Or Kundalini.
The Kundalini? Kundalini? That one? Okay. No, which one? Which one was it? I don't know what you want me to do. Okay, so check this. That be sex. What she talking about? I don't know what she's talking about. Okay, just run it back because I don't know. Okay, so next one is sit in front of each other, okay, and lightly move your hands over your partner's body, okay, to awaken their nerves, right? Okay, now allow your soft strokes to tangle through their body, but don't allow your hands to pass over their androgynous zones, okay, nipples, penis, vagina, that stuff, okay. Now,
tease them a little bit.
Tease them, okay? Prolong this state of arousal for as long as desired. Now, check this, y'all. The longer you prolong this stuff, the more intense your experience will be.
Yeah.
Trust me. All right? Now, if you're doing it on a spiritual level, knowing, you know what I mean, that it's the spiritual level, it's going to feel good. It's going to feel good in here. It's going to feel good around here. And you're going to feel another part of yourself. Do you know why orgasm feels so good? Because that level of bliss is actually a level of an area where you feel that nothing can actually touch you. When you feel, and that's actually it's like a small moment of orgasm, but that's the spiritual aspect of it, because you feel as if nothing can touch you at that point. Now, I'll get into that later. Now, sit in each other's lap and breathe each other's breath. This allows you to consciously harmonize with each other. Here's a very important one, okay?
Yes.
Maintain eye contact through intercourse. A lot of y'all like to turn the lights out all the time.
All the time.
And even if the lights are out, you don't want to look at the person. You want like this. You know what I mean? You want to be like this. Like this. Kiss my neck. Kiss my neck. I don't want to look at you in the eyes. And when you actually look at the person in their eyes... All right. When you actually look at that person in their eyes, it might make you feel uncomfortable because you don't understand about like, oh, what the fuck is that shit? That shit's powerful.
Connect, but I know some people get like too like,
yeah,
like, yeah. It's gonna be dead in my eyes. It's kind of weird.
Yeah.
You know, but try it out. You know, just be open minded.
Look at her. Look at her. I think look at her.
Right. It's gonna heighten the emotions.
Look at her. Put your heads together, right? When y'all doing it, put your heads together and touch your pineal glands. I bet you that'll feel good too. Do that too. Telling y'all, seriously, put your heads together. Hold her body against. Hold her body against yours, like tight, right?
You know when two people hug each other, the hearts kind of slightly move like a magnet towards the other.
Yep.
So technically, you should be able to do that so that it can heighten all the connections, and all the vibes, and all the emotions.
Because see, you have a biofield, right? And say if you're on top of her and she's on top of you, your biofield is only connecting at that point in the area of the sexual genitalia. But when you actually are laying on her tightly and you're holding her like with your arms around her tightly, and you're kissing her while you're looking in her eyes while you're doing it, you're connecting on a different level. Yeah, full naked, not with the socks on. If somebody's having sex with the socks on, that means you only a fuck partner. Sorry.
Why is that?
Something about so you know how when we do yoga, they always say take the socks off, because it heightens your spiritual connection. It's leaving your feet. It completes your spiritual connection. So when you actually put the socks on with somebody, you just smashing real quick. You really like it's not real spiritual connection subconsciously. Putting the socks on, it should be fully naked. So when you're actually doing it to somebody, you should actually have no clothes on whatsoever. And when she's even on top of you, you must hold her body, and she must hold your body while you're doing it. And I'm telling you, you're gonna feel something a lot different, because now your biofields, your auras are actually coming together, and now you're becoming one. Okay, what about marriage? Okay, I'll give you a quick thing about marriage. Marriage only exists because of something that was created as slaves. When we were actually in our true self around nature, marriage did not exist in any form or facet, because we didn't need somebody to tell us that we're married to say that we are a part of each other. All we had to do was commit to each other. Like, look at the movie Avatar, right? And in the movie Avatar, these people were actually close to nature. So when he actually made it with that woman, the other guy that she was supposed to marry said, yo, you made it with this woman? Because there was something different about her spiritual energy, and now she was no longer his, because he knew it. And in that moment when they connected spiritually, I think that was actually a great moment when they did that, because they had to put their spiritual connectors together.
Yes,
it wasn't physical sex, it was actually spiritual connecting to physical sex. Yeah. And he says, we are made it before AY, and we actually were spiritually connected. And then we knew that she knew that we both knew was ours, and we did it under the stars, under the moon, and we actually knew who we were. So when marriage was created out of something that was actually just to save some money, and not to actually Demolition Man. They did Demolition Man through the receptors on the head, and they actually connected spiritually like that too. And they felt everything through the spiritual side when they put the little thing on the head. and it did connection. I see you. Exactly. I see you. So when he's talking about is I see your spirit. So even when he was actually in his regular body, she said, I still see you because I see who you are inside spiritually. So that movie is really spiritual because they connected on a spiritual level. So when you're talking about marriage, you get married before marriage, marriage did not exist in your purest form, people, black people. It did not exist in your purest form. It exists now in the unpurest form, which has you have to ask the state to get married, and knowing about it and everything. I still feel uncomfortable that I did that, but I did it for business purposes of combining. But I still love her. I was married. I told you before we got married that I was already married.
I know you did.
I said I was already committed to you. I didn't need nothing to tell me I was committed to it. I already knew months before we got married, or a year, I was already committed to her. I said, yo, I'm already yours. You're already mine. We're doing this because, if we're going to do things together in this matrix, we got to do certain things and we got to follow certain rules. So we did that, you know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, before we got married, I already was connected to her. I already saw her. I was already hers. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I claimed it straight up. It's like that. You know what I mean? So, yeah. So when you connect to somebody on a spiritual level, you don't even need marriage per se, because marriage doesn't stop nobody from cheating. Marriage doesn't stop nobody It doesn't stop nobody from doing that. But your
right.
But your spiritual connection does stop you from doing that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Your moral connection, spiritually, like, that's
I have to I was about to rebuttal.
Yeah, no. Because because every time I say the whole marriage thing, she like,
no.
When I say it's like a business, when I say it was business, it was.
No.
This here is the paperwork. It's paperwork. It's the man's paperwork.
Listen to me. I understand all that. Whatever he just said, right? I get it. However, if you love somebody so much that you want to show the whole world that
I don't care what the whole world thinks. That's my thing.
It's not about you at this point. I'm talking to the people.
They shouldn't care what the whole world thinks.
No, but some people do.
They shouldn't though, and that's why I try to tell them.
Fine.
Check this, y'all.
Let's bring back the words.
Hold
on. Let's bring back the words. Hold on, babe.
What words?
Let's bring back the words.
The words.
If you, meaning I'm gonna restate my.
Oh, okay.
Now, if you feel the need that you love somebody so much that you just want to marry them, just marry them. Whatever. You know what I mean? It's not a bad thing that you do marry each other. You making it sound like it's a bad thing that.
No. It's not a bad thing that you marry each other. I'm just letting them. They asked me about marriage, and I told them where it came from. Oh. So I educated them on why marriage exists in general, and why sex in general is not something that was pretty much is governed by marriage. Sex is governed by mind, body, and soul all in one. So when you're with somebody, this person is for you, you're with them. But if you're not in tune with nature, and if you don't know, you lack a history of your origin, which we do. We lack a history of self, which we do.
And spirituality.
We lack a history of spirituality, which we do through religion. We lack a history of our ancestors, which we do. We lack a history of our language, which we do. We lack a history of so many things. We don't even realize how things are even in play in the first place, and how I'm wanting to have sex with all these people, and I'm loving this person, but I don't want to marry this person. But these people who are getting married cheat on each other left and right, and they weren't supposed to get married, but they're binded by this contract, because that's what marriage is, a contract. But these people over here, they actually realized that they grew apart when they got married too young. They didn't get married too young, and they actually got divorced, and they were able to find their soulmates because they weren't binded by that contract. So what I say about marriage is, if you're going to get married, make sure, if you're a fella, make sure you're over 32 if you're getting married, if you want to.
Yeah.
Because a man's mind develops between the ages of 30 and 35 fully. So as a man, you're going to start to see who you are, you know what I'm saying, between those ages. I don't know about a woman. A woman's mind is
always ready for marriage, regardless.
Not all women.
A lot of women's minds are ready for marriage.
I'm not Jamaican. I'm
Trinidadian.
I don't know what I am. All I know is I'm here.
I'm Trinidadian.
I don't know if I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I don't know if I'm African. All I know is I'm spiritual, and that's what it is. You know what I mean? I don't know what I am. I have no idea. All right.
Like you, but
I know I'm melanated.
Right, exactly.
Yeah, they want that ring ASAP, straight up, yo.
Women do because we've been fed through Disney.
Do you know where the ring comes from? The ring is a ritual. Okay, it's a ritual. All right, it's a ritual, and I'll get into the ring later. That diamond is a ritual. All right, and women don't even realize why they want the diamond.
Let's change the diamond.
It's not about that.
I'm joking.
See, I get my serious. She always try to play.
I'm joking. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
calm down.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, when it comes down to it, y'all, hey, listen. It's something more than blood diamonds. It's something more than blood diamonds. Okay, I'm just letting you know. I'm just saying, you know. So I mean, what do you think about women being abstinent from men? What do you think about that?
I think women should be abstinent, especially when you're getting to know a man. A man will show you. A man will give you his representative until he gives. We do. He will give you his representative until he gets you in the bed, and the longer you actually take time out to get to know him, the sooner or you will find out who he really is sooner or later. But the longer you wait, the faster you'll be able to see who he truly is.
You're gonna find him sooner or later.
You will find him sooner or later.
And you're like, who the hell is this dude? I was meaning like when she met me. In the beginning, she may have met Reginald. She met Reginald. You know what I mean? But later on, Reggie came out, and she happened to love Reggie too. You know what I mean? She like, and now I'm Mr. Intensity and Reginald and Reggie.
Right.
You know what I mean? But when it comes down to it, y'all, fellas too, these women be out here acting like, they
not necessarily.
I think
what? I'm speaking for myself. I have not changed.
I'm talking about the women out here. These streets ain't good.
I can't speak for other women. I'm speaking for myself
I'm not talking about yourself.
This situation.
Listen.
I have not changed from the first day you met me.
No,
I have been straight up. This is who I am.
Okay, I give you that.
From the first time that you met me, I always give him my.
I'll give her that. I give her that. She has been the same person. Okay, I give her that. I give her that.
I don't have like a representative.
I got you. But a lot of these crooked people, oh my God, they be like, I love you, babe. As soon as you hit some adversity, they gone. You know what I'm saying? You know how you want it. You know how you know somebody's for you? When you hit adversity, what would they do when they hit adversity? Oh, check this. When they hit adversity, what do they do? Say if somebody's going through something, they hit adversity and they want to quit. Well, shit. If you quit on yourself, I know you're going to quit on me.
That's true.
So you always got to look at somebody's character for themselves if they're going to quit in adversity. Because nowadays, you have to guard your body energy. You have to guard that energy with your life because too many people out here are so unclean. It's like walking zombies out here. You know what I'm saying? Walking zombies. So you got to watch what zombie you may or not be having sexual energy exchange with. Sacred energy exchange with.
Somebody said, women can hide things really well. Yes, that's true.
Yes,
but I just don't feel right. Like
that you're different though. This is why I married her. She's different. I had to go to another country to find this shit. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, just keeping it real. I've been with a lot of women. Shit. These women out here, shit. They're like freaking chameleons.
That's crazy though.
I'm keeping it real. Men too. We like chameleons. But these women, shit, y'all better than us. Y'all like cats. Y'all can walk around and just plants and just like y'all is shit. And then all of a sudden, where you come from? Who are you?
Yo.
For real. I'm keeping it real. You know what I'm saying? Men do have a lot to do with that, but you can't let the men constrict you and hold you into a false imprisonment. No. These men putting their energy inside of you and then hurting you have put you into a spiritual prison. All right? You don't know that. But all you know is that this man ain't thinking about you, but you sitting here thinking about him punishing other men for what he did. So you're not going to give this man something that actually probably be a good man or even open yourself to getting to know a good man because you're afraid this man's going to do the last man does. He don't know him and he don't know him, but the man that hurt you is out here smashing whatever he want, ain't thinking about you, but you letting this man hold you into a prison. I'm telling you right now.
You know what I'm thinking?
What?
I may be a little bit, turning my back on the ladies for a second to help out the men, just real quick. I've read on a post one time that, how they say women should abstain from sex for the first, couple months to get to know who a man truly is.
That's probably
Now, what if a man holds out on, spending money on a chick for, a long period of, a decent amount of time in order for them to understand if this woman truly is who she really is. You see what I'm saying?
I think he should hold out on money.
It's a two-way street. So, the conversations should be, strictly phone so that you guys wouldn't tempt each other.
No.
I mean, well, not
let's talk about it, right?
Talking in person.
No, maybe we should split that if we can go to dinner, right? But here's the thing: what is dinner? Is dinner you guys? See, I take it to another level, right? If you guys are having dinner, what are you eating? Are you eating something that's both blocking both of y'all?
That's another thing.
So you're trying to have a connection, right? But you're eating stuff that might be blocking you. You're drinking stuff that's probably blocking you. So let's think about dinner. First, the dinner got to be right. Second, we both should pay. So we just understand that I'm not paying for something you don't like that I feel like you owe me for. So you don't. So we gonna be even. Also, we should go to areas in nature where we get to know each other.
Where you get to know
we should sit
each
down
other.
and we should talk to each other. We should actually get to know each other and understand who we really are. Let's be honest and actually talk about our life experiences. Let's be transparent with each other.
Remember?
And let each other in a little bit.
Remember?
Slowly but surely.
One time that we were dating, we had long conversations, moonlight, with music.
I remember that.
Favorite music artists, favorite songs, what type of songs we like.
We were supposed to go bowling that night. That was our first date.
We were supposed to go bowling that night. I don't know what happened.
I do.
I just wanted to
I remember
talk.
everything. So we go to the bowling alley, right? We're supposed to go bowling. I'm a really good bowler, so I'm hyped. I want to go bowling.
Right.
But we sitting in the car the whole time, and we're talking, and then we go to the riverfront.
It's true,
and we're talking for like 3 hours in a car. Where we're listening to Raheem Devine. We're listening to Dwelle. We're listening to Chemistry.
Yeah.
We're listening to Luther Vandross, Marvin Gaye.
A whole bunch of
Drew
different
Hill,
songs.
Black. We're listening to all these people that we evenly like.
Michelle.
Yeah, I guess I was listening to her day. Put her in. You put her in.
I don't remember.
Okay, but
I know we were listening to mostly like Luke James and Raheem Devon.
Yeah,
and all those people.
yeah.
Drew Hill, definitely.
Yeah, definitely. So when you actually are on a level, you gotta understand people that you in a public place might also create blockages because you're dealing with everybody else's energy. So while you're trying to connect on this level, all around you, all energies are hitting you from all levels, all angles. The intimacy comes from the being with each other alone.
Yes.
Now, if you don't trust this person enough to be alone,
then
maybe you shouldn't be with this person to start out with.
Yeah.
To even be in a car, to have a conversation in a vehicle, to get to know a person, to understand where a fella's mindset is, to understand where a female's mindset is, to understand where you guys have been through will closely bring you guys together on that connection, because you're going to understand that person's life experiences and you'll understand what that person's been through, but you'll understand as well, where can you help that person get to where they're going, or where can they help you get to where you're going, and how can we build? And when you start to talk to the person, sex is not even in there, but you're also having sacred energy exchange. You're still having sex, but you're having sex through your conversation and your energy connection and your and that kind of stuff.
Actually, I think that's more exciting to me.
It's not, for real. Like, this is stuff that wouldn't get me. Like, I don't want to talk at all. Like, back in the day, I didn't want to talk that much. I wanted to just, I'll talk a little bit. I get to know you to see how long I'm gonna take to get that. But I didn't want to talk much, and this is how a lot of guys still are, because I was also hurt by a female, and I let her
see that.
And I let her. That's just how I know, because I let her make me. I said, listen, when this chick hurt me, when she hurt me, I said I'm gonna punish the rest of them. So I'm just gonna be a hoe for years, and I was a hoe for like 10 years, and 10 years I was getting it in. You know what I'm saying? And understand that when I did that, I messed up a lot of energies, but a lot of energy messed up me.
Yeah.
When it comes down to it, and when I understand, when I got my spiritual awakening, I understood that I was doing all the wrong things. I was hurting people that were probably good, and to this day, they might still be mad at me. They might still be hurt, and
more than likely,
they probably are. But that's who I used to be. And after you have a spiritual awakening, you'll understand that the way you might be moving is wrong. In a society, they glorify that stuff. They glorify the man having sex with a lot of women. And in a society, we're not our actual selves where we can actually do that and we can have many wives. Now we can try to do this stuff, but it's so many people out here that don't understand where we come from and what we really are. It's going to be very hard for you to find a woman or women that you can actually help. Dealing with one woman's energy is enough, and helping her mold her into actual how the real construct should be. To deal with multiple women in this age is going to be very hard to find the real construct, because we actually should have more than one woman. It's a fact. But in this day and time, it's very hard to, because everybody's poisoned out here. So until we reset and go back to that, which I don't know when that's going to happen, we can't even do that. So men having sex with a ton of women is also very unhealthy as well, man. I'm just saying, you know, it's real. It's real. So if we can't do it, we damn sure know you can't do it, because you putting the energies in your body. You're putting the DNA in your body. And that's going to fuck up. And if you got on birth control, you know what I'm saying? You're on birth control, right? So these men are coming in you, right? So they're putting their DNA in you, right? And they're fucking up your whole entire system. Your whole entire system is discombobulated. Your hormones are fucked up. Your pH balance is completely and utterly off. And you probably eat meat, so you probably smell terrible anyway, because a woman eating meat can regulate a woman's body down there. So a lot of these women open their legs and it smells like Hallelujah trash cans. That shit is crazy, yo. It smells like the fucking ocean down there. Like I've smelled some shit and I said, holy hell. I said, did somebody take the trash out? Oh shit, that was you? I'm keeping it real. Like a lot, like I'm telling you, hey fellas, check this, right? Check this, fellas. If you are dealing with a woman who eats meat, don't go down there. Don't go down there, because her shit, I'm telling you, the woman's womb needs to be like I'm telling you, like that's flesh we're dealing with, right? So when we're dealing with something that's completely acidic that she's putting in her body, her actual womb.
And I believe it. Yeah, I know.
Douching ain't the word.
It's because of the mucus, the meat,
the mucus,
the dairy products can form an excessive amount of mucus. And the mucus kind of like centers down there, and it kind of like mixes.
That shit. Different men. It smell like It smell like trash truck juice. Yeah. My God. You on my face? Where? Listen, where's my gas mask? Where's my fire engine hat? Cause
I hope none of those ladies watch it.
I'm sorry. Like I smell some. Listen, fellas. If you've been with enough females, right? I'm taking a lot of men have been with a lot of females, right? You come in contact with a woman who, I don't care how much she washes it. Like, listen, I'm telling you, like. Every time this woman went to the bathroom, the whole bathroom was fucking engulfed. It was like somebody lit an M80 right in the bathroom every time.
You sure she wasn't on her period?
She was on her period for 30 days straight. She's fucked up. Period. I'm just keeping it real. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, y'all. When it comes down to it, she had I don't take care of my bodyitis. Okay, and it affected the vaginal area. That's the womb. Lord. And I'm just keeping it real. Like, why would you want to? I understand. Hey, shit, it's infection.
I just feel bad for the persons.
And I don't care what she did. She douched, tried to clean it. Her internal.
It's the internal.
She ate bad. So her internal.
More than likely is the dairy product.
Yes, her internal, the meat and the dairy. Her internal was done, and it affects the womb, females. So when you got also, if you're dealing with a man who's unhealthy, right, and he puts his sperm inside your clean womb, you will also get an infection.
Yes.
You can get what's that, vaginitis? You can get a yeast infection, and you can get what's the other thing? The urinary tract infection. Okay, so yes. You can. Yes. So okay, so check this, females.
Yes, you can.
Back in the day, right? That's because we adults, right? Okay. So back in the day when I used to get head, right? And I used to come in a woman's mouth. She said my shit was like really salty and really bitter, right? Really salty, really bitter.
Yeah.
So that's because I ate really salty and really bad food. Right. But also back in the day when I ate really, really bad, sometimes I used to give my woman a urinary tract infection because of the impurity of my DNA that I'm putting in her womb. which is supposed to be pure because babies come out of that area. So it's supposed to be clean. It's supposed to be pure. So I'm talking about the females, you know what I mean? Yeah, it's a fact. Men do this all the time. If you are a man who drinks a lot of yeast, beer, and eats meat and eats bad food all the time, you're walking around with poisoned sperm, and then you're gonna take that sperm and you're gonna put it in a woman, and then she's gonna put it in her body, and then she's gonna have a baby. And if she's poisoned, the baby's gonna come out with some kind of problem. So you're like, well, why is my kid blind? Why is my kid have ADD? Or why is my kid have a missing thyroid? Or why is my kid
slow developing?
Has Down syndrome. You know, these things come from impure body, autism. These things come from impure seeds and impure women that make impure eggs, and in a sense come out with impure children. So when it comes down to it, everything is about what you're eating and what you're putting into your body. But also on the spiritual side, we have trouble with having a spiritual connection because we haven't connected to our spirituals. So our bodies are 100% physical going into each other, and we're only having a physical connection. That physical connection would actually wear out. It will go away. Then, see, the spiritual connection doesn't go away. And that's where your connection
does. Exactly.
The physical connection goes away. So the spiritual reinforces the physical. See what I'm saying? So say like when you get like when people get older, right? They like be in their 60s and their 70s, and they're obviously both not attractive anymore, but they still love each other because they see themselves in their spiritual. So they didn't marry that person for their physical. They held on to that attraction and that love because they see, like Avatar, I see you. I see you. Because they see each other on a spiritual level, which is why when you actually make love with somebody, you make spiritual love with somebody. See, here's the thing. When they say make love, that's on a spiritual side. When they say have sex,
that's on a
or fuck, that's on a, like, sex should actually be making love as well. What about, I said meat, Wicked. Meat, period. All right? Meat is dead. You're putting something dead in your body. You're taking on that dead energy. Okay? Your body's not meant to digest that blood all the time. Just keep it real with you. It's real. All right? I'm telling you. That's meat. All right? Is sexual frustration true? Yes. It is very true.
So sometimes you gotta communicate with your partner. If you have a partner and they're not, doing your sexual, the things that you would want sexually, then just tell them. They can't read your mind.
Somebody said, I get what you're saying, but what science backs this up when many babies are born from parents who are eating terribly? I'm a vegan myself, and my parents are carnivores. We all came out healthy. I came out healthy too. But how old are you? How old are you right now? See, here's the thing. First things first, let's talk about this from a common sense perspective, all right? Because we know who makes science up. Let's look at people nowadays. Look how everybody's damn near unhealthy.
Right.
Now, look back in the day, they weren't putting nowhere near as many GMOs in the food that they're putting in now, right? So my parents ate meat back in the day, but that meat they were eating is nowhere near the McDonald's I was eating. I grew up on McDonald's. I grew up on bad food, but I came out pretty good. I grew up pretty good. I started to experience problems in my my late 20s, right? So, but now kids are experiencing problems earlier. Like they said, this children generation will be the first generation that will not outlive their parents. Many of them will not outlive their parents. So you got to understand, they're blatantly putting more stuff in the food they did back then. I'm not caring about science. I'm not trying to prove a point. I'm saying what I see. I'm saying that I see people who are unhealthy having children who are equally unhealthy from birth. So they come out, how are you fat from birth? How are you sick from birth?
You know why? Because they were.
How are you missing? And I did my thyroid video talks about that. So I actually broke it down in my thyroid video as well. Kids are actually born with missing thyroids. All right.
It's because of the meat and the dairy.
And then the moms and her periods and her periods of when she's pregnant.
Yes.
What she puts into her body is actually you're feeding the kid GMOs. You know what I'm saying? So when you're feeding the kid GMOs, you are affecting the children's birth of development, the brain development. So understand that, you know what I mean? Good thing I'm good with salmon. If it's real salmon, if it's real, if that salmon had a life,
honestly,
how about that?
A lot of the salmon nowadays isn't real.
At all. if it's real salmon, if it wasn't made in a farm where it was farmed and fed pig poop. It was fed poop to grow. So I mean, you could be like the pig, the pig video I did, and you eating shit. Who knows? I'm just keeping it real with you. I'm sorry. Yeah, I know it's right. Like damn, like I did a video on salmon too. Just saying.
We did.
I mean, ocean caught. I'm just saying. Listen, I know it's about to happen, so we're moving up in frequency, and we got to get rid of eating. Got to get rid of eating all that stuff. I'm just saying. You know what I mean?
Not to mention our true diet is technically a vegan diet. Like if you want to be real conscious and going back to who we truly are as a people, our diet really was vegan.
We're herbivores. And when we ate meat, it was actually cold, and we ate it for the winter time, and we went back to eating green stuff.
Right.
So I'm just saying, you know what I mean? Yeah, watch the thyroid video. Yeah, watch it.
Yeah.
Definitely. Yeah, but please watch it because I watch my thyroid video. I got so many videos. Watch my my fibroid video because a lot of black women are suffering from fibroids. So watch those videos, and I broke down the science in those videos. I'm just free going, and I'm just going from what I know. Tilapia. You mean the pork and fish?
Tilapia is
hell no. Good thing. You know what I mean? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they also. Yeah, you're right. So when they actually put wild caught in the supermarket, it's not even wild caught, and nobody ever checks them. So why would they ever change it? You believe them, so when you buy it, they put wild caught and they mark it up, and it's not even wild caught.
And I have a thing for you. Salmon is not supposed to be pink. It's supposed to be really gray, and they're thinking that who would really want to buy a gray salmon?
Woo!
So they put red food dye or whatever dye they use to make it look brightly pink, so it can lure you into buying it, but it's not really.
So they say you like shiny things.
You like shiny things or colorful things. Depending on the color of the food, they kind of manipulate things to deceive the human brain because of the colors.
Oh damn! They know how to program your subconscious better than you know how to program your subconscious.
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes.
With the meat. Oh, they put air in the meat. They put air in the gunk and that pink stuff in the meat to puff it up.
To puff it up and make it look more hefty, because everybody wants to buy the biggest and best meat or the biggest and brightest looking fish.
Hey,
right?
TC, you feel sick, huh? You had salmon last month. What if I told you it's still in your body, sitting in your colon? What told you that?
It takes a while for them to be
Absolutely.
And food shouldn't be in your colon for that long. This is where
cod, no fish, no meat. Period. I'm sorry, no meat. I'm off of the meat. So I'm gonna just tell you where I'm at. I'm off of the meat, and I'm off of the meat because what about irregular periods? That comes from diet. We'll talk about that.
That definitely comes from diet. Eating dairy and meats and having those in the diet make your periods kind of irregular. So what you're gonna have to do is you're gonna have to get on a vegan diet, which is gonna help you, and detox. Once you detox and get on a vegan diet, it's going to help you regulate your period. Not to mention doing intermittent fasting, which we've spoken about this numerous times. That can help you regulate a lot of things. Intermittent fasting can help you regulate your aging process. It can help you regenerate your cells better. It can help you regenerate the cells in your stomach as well.
What I missed?
So about the intermittent fasting that will help with the irregular periods.
Oh yes. Intermittent fasting will help out with a lot of things. Intermittent fasting. Okay, here's
detoxing.
Okay, so here's the things that you can do right now. I'll give you 5 things that you can connect back to your spirit side. Okay, 1, intermittent fasting. 2, being vegan.
Yes.
3, meditation. 4, spiritual connection with a partner.
Yes.
That can also help out.
That helps.
And 5, educating your mind.
Right.
Okay, and reprogramming your subconscious.
Continuously educating your mind.
Mm-hmm.
You cannot stay stagnant.
Yep. Women and men should detox before any program. Yes. Correct. But they should cleanse. Detox is the program. Cleansing is what you should do before the detox. The detox is the mind and body reconstruction to knowing and wanting and being focused on something new.
Right.
Cleansing is to clean out all the filth from your body that has been creating blocks. The detox is part healing, part reconstruction, part growth, and it's pretty much restructuring and programming everything that you once thought and loved. So you must cleanse before the detox. The detox is part of the program. All right.
Not to mention the cleansing will help you
that's
absorb.
Facts.
Yeah,
that's facts.
It's gonna help you absorb the stuff better, the food better.
Yeah.
This is why we say, cleanse, intermittent fasting, detoxing, it all kind of coincides.
They don't realize everything is diet.
It is.
Everything is diet.
Diet, okay, once you, it's all about being able to.
Sex is too.
What happened?
Sex is too.
What, detoxing?
Sex is diet.
Oh yeah, sex definitely is diet.
Mm-hmm.
But you see, what I was going to say is a lot of the diseases come from you not being able to, no, technically it comes from constipation. Now once you're constipated, the feces that's stuck in your body kind of creates poisons. That's what kind of creates diseases as well, along with the mucus. Mm-hmm. So once you're able to have a diet or a diet regimen that's going to help you become regulated,
mm-hmm.
that's how you're able to release your body of a lot of diseases, viruses, infections, whatever.
Mm-hmm. Now I don't want to digress from the sex talk, but yeah. Somebody said, was Mrs In10sity vegan first, or no? She was vegan first. She's been vegan for like 7-8 years.
Yeah.
Well, vegetarian. Vegan.
I was vegetarian.
Oh, love, I'm gonna talk about that
most of the time, but vegan half the time.
Okay, so what are my thoughts on these Satan soy beets that they push to vegans?
Oh, Satan, yeah.
I don't trust all of them.
Satan soy meats.
Soy and beets. I like to go pure, but I do my research on what is not all the way pure, and I understand that there are some good options, but the only option that you can always fully trust is plant life. But sometimes we will go to eat like this meatless option, stuff like that. So you must do your due diligence, because some like let's say soy is a GMO. I don't trust soy in any form. I don't trust soy in tofu. I don't trust soy in any form. It's a GMO. It's on a GMO list like number 1 or 2. So you got to know, because people who are actually poisoning you are the same ones who own the companies and say they're not poisoning you.
Right.
So you got to use your common sense. You got to use your yourself, your gut. Go with your gut. Your brain. Go with your brain. How do you do intermittent fasting? I got tons of videos on it, or you want me to teach you? You can get a program on my website, intensityfitnessclub.com, and you can go in there and
let me write it down. Let me type it down for you guys.
Also, in America is basically GMO. I don't know. I think you're in Canada, so I don't know how it is in Canada, but the soy in America is GMO. Okay, I just don't rock with it around here. I did a video on that a long time ago on my YouTube about soy. All right. Also, when it comes to sex, I think that if you want to have an experience, you should have some incense going as well. Essential oils, right?
Essential oils, incense, the candles.
You have that little thing that you burn the oils in, right?
You burn the wax.
Yeah.
And you can burn oils in them too, yeah?
Yeah,
Yeah, you can do that.
That's actually gonna heighten your spiritual connection
It's called like a
Your spirit likes them smells. That's why when y'all use the soap, your spirit likes the way it makes you feel, because it's plant life, and plant life has melanin in it, and melanin actually has, the plant life has energy in it. So you're actually putting energy into your energetic biofield. So when you use like oils and soaps that have oils in it, it makes you feel so good because it has an energetic biofield that is going into your energetic biofield, which actually has the same frequency or even a higher frequency, and it raises your frequency.
Now, I mean, even if you don't have that, apparatus where we burn our oils in, it's like for a wax.
The incense too smell good. You can get
the incense too, but it gets too smoky sometimes. So if you don't want to use that, you can put oils on yourself or your partner. I think that's
Somebody said, a nice body massage with essential oils makes the boys crazy, ladies. Hey, shit. Like if you do it with the right essential oil, like the aphrodisiac essential oils.
Hold on 1 second.
Listen, fellas, if you wanna really get a lady's attention, wearing on that bullshit chemical cologne, that ain't gonna work for you like this.
Use the oils.
If you put some patchouli on, fellas, listen.
But not every woman.
Not every woman will like it, but there's so many other essential oils like issey miyake. Issey miyake is great essential oil. Okay, so like these things, I'm telling you right now. You wanna get some attention. You put some oils on. You put some life oils on. Not them not them cologne, not Tommy Hilfiger. I'm talking about some life. All right, life is more important than Tommy Hilfiger, and it's way cheaper as well. Telling you right now. Telling you right now. When is the best days to order for quick shipping? Every day. Every day. I ship every day. Every day I get an order, we ship every day. I have a team doing it, so it's not me. So I'm not overwhelming myself. So I have a team doing it. So when you order, like say order with $20, you'll get shipped the next day. All right. So you can check that out. All right. Coconut pull out is good. What is that? What? African musk. Yeah. Truth. Yeah. So you guys just how to talk about sex, right? Yeah. I use Lang Lang. Yeah, Lang Lang is good. Oh, you know what? I was gonna come out with that soap too. Lang Lang. Lang Lang soap. Lang Lang. Yeah, I gotta come out with that one. Okay. Lang Lang soap is gonna be. Yeah, definitely. Yeah, y'all shipping be. Yeah. Our shipping do be quick. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. How much Issey Miyake? I don't have Issey Miyake, so I don't know. I don't have that yet, but I will. Somebody said her husband sold her friend. Yeah, yo. I hear all the time, wives and husbands always steal the soaps and the lotions from each other.
Steal the soaps, yeah.
Our mom said her husband always steal her lemongrass soap.
Yeah.
Always.
Nice.
Yeah, it's nice, I don't have sex. Okay, great.
Okay.
All right.
That's good. That's fine.
All right. Whatever reason it is, we respect your reason.
Yeah, we respect it.
But I have sex. And I love sex. And I make love. And I'm having sex right now with my woman. So I don't know what you're talking about. We having sex right now. When it comes down to it, But I'm telling you, like these are things that y'all can do. These things y'all can do to get closer to your partner on a spiritual level.
Right.
You can start talking to each other, looking each other in their eyes. If somebody is, yes, masturbating is bad, yes. If you look at somebody in their eyes while they're talking to them, they might get uncomfortable, but they also might, if they're on your level or if they're feeling what you're feeling, they might be like, oof. What was that? Goddamn. Look at right in my eye. Like when you look at a woman in her eyes, fellas, you bring that masculine. You show confidence. See, when you talk to them, you look down or you look away. When you talk to them, it don't show confidence. Subconsciously, a woman knows you feel confident when you talk to her and you look at her in her eyes. Don't look down. Mm-hmm. Like, especially if she got a nice body and you only look in her eyes, shit like, God damn, I want to give it to him. Like, I want to give it to him more because he's looking at me.
For me.
He
sees me. Exactly.
You know what I mean?
He sees me.
So I'm telling you, when you talk to somebody, you look at them in their eyes. Imagine how it feels when you have sex with them and you look at them in their eyes. At that point, it could be awkward at first, but once you get over that point, you know what I mean? It's crazy.
I'm always cheesy.
Yeah, I know she be cheesy because she already know what time it is. You know what I mean? Now, how could you stop masturbating? How can I stop?
Just stop.
Because I understood what it was doing to me and I stopped. It was very easy. You're right, because my little guy was like, yeah, for real. All shy, you want to look at me? Yeah. You got, boom. You got to look at it. You got to maintain that eye contact, people. Telling you right now, for real. Mm-hmm. Maintain it. Hey, stop dirty visualizations. Listen, ain't nothing dirty about sex. I try to tell you, sex is not dirty.
Yeah.
Seeing yourself with somebody is not dirty. We were taught it was dirty, but it's not dirty. You know what's dirty? The thought that it's dirty. That's dirty. All right? They lied to you.
Thinking that it's dirty. It makes it dirty.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh. What for masturbation? Yeah. Masturbations are okay. No, that's bad. Yeah, you're right. Masturbations are bad. Okay, you're right. I'll give you that. Masturbations, because it's not real. And it's never going to be real. You're never going to go and have sex with a porn star because you got to pay her $3,000 to do it. You know what I mean?
Maybe more.
Maybe probably more, depending on her level. You know what I mean? But and I used to watch porn all the time. I had a porn addiction. I could not get away from porn. And it actually messed up my relationship because I wanted my woman to look like that at the time. Or I wanted her to do that at the time. But I didn't realize these chicks are actually getting paid to do it and they have no spiritual connection. So when they're doing it, it's just for the bread. It's just on the physical side. So I'm actually teaching myself to love a woman only for the physical side and never for the spiritual side because all I've been watching all my life is actually something on the physical. So I never learned.
True.
You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, why are people offended by sexual talk? Because they've been subconsciously talked to in program. How can I stop porn addiction? You have to. Well, I stopped porn addiction several ways, man. Several ways. We might need to talk wicked.
What was that first to say?
Mrs In10sity, do you take a guahe? I took some the other day. I guess it didn't agree with me since I broke out. I was just wondering how it worked for you.
I stopped taking a guahe for a while now. It didn't really.
Why you stopped taking a guahe?
Yeah, it didn't really do anything for me. Per se. It just didn't really do anything for me. I didn't break out.
Mm-hmm.
No, I know a lot of people. They when they take a guahe, it's supposed to kind of like make them bigger in the right spots.
Mm-hmm. At the time, it did. Yes, it did.
Oh yeah, it did.
But you were working out.
Now I'm slightly flat.
Because you stopped taking a guahe.
Oh Lord have mercy.
Back.
Well, I gotta start taking it back, guys.
Well, listen.
No, but it didn't make me break out.
Nah, it didn't make her break out though.
All but that if it makes you break out,
somebody says it's gonna make you gay.
What?
Because dudes be doing all kinds of gay stuff in that porn video. You be thinking it's okay. That shit ain't okay.
But back to the aguaje.
I try horny goat weed. Yeah, but okay, go ahead.
Nah, if you're breaking out, maybe you're not drinking enough water with it. I know you have to with these supplements. You do have to drink a lot of water. You have to eat right. With a vegan diet, vegetarian vegan diet. So try that next time. If it still, makes you break out, then stop the use because maybe it's not agreeing with your body particularly.
Or maybe it's fighting something off.
Oh, fighting something off. That's what I'm saying. Stop eating any type of meats. Don't be drinking any alcohol with it. Drink lots of water. A lot of fruit and vegetables.
Yep.
Yeah, and limit your use of sugar.
Absolutely.
As well.
Absolutely. So just make sure you do all that.
Did you just break it?
I did just break it.
OMG.
Oh man, damn. I like this.
OMG. But you said there.
I did my son's thing. I just broke it. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to it, if you're with somebody, right, and they're on your same frequency when it comes to putting things in your body,
no problem.
That's like priceless in these days and times. You know what I mean? When you find somebody who cares about their bodies as much as you care about your body, you'll realize, yes, they are. But you'll realize that, coming in contact with your both spirit sides while you're making love is much more possible and attainable because this person is up in their frequency while you're up in your frequency. And you got to realize that when you both are doing that, that's priceless. And to find a person in this day and time that wants to do that, you got to hold on to that person. If that person is morally correct, not if that person just eats right and that person's a bad person. If that person is morally correct and that person, is close to their spirit, they probably should be morally and ethically correct. But if they're not, well, then it's time to leave that person and go find somebody else. But you can manifest whatever you want. You just got to understand, that is, can you buy them? You can't buy a pheromone. Maybe you can, but I wouldn't want to buy pheromones that are naturally produced. Why would you want to buy pheromones?
They do have pheromones selling, but don't buy that. We naturally listen, guys. We naturally produce pheromones.
Yeah, we do.
We naturally produce pheromones, from our bodies. When you're about to have sex and you're at your heightened state of arousal, your body starts emitting, a pheromone.
I can when she's emitting hers, I can always feel it. She always. No, I'm not gonna tell him when, but
You about to blow us.
No, I'm not gonna do that. But yeah, but I can always tell when she's emitting pheromones when it comes down to it. Now we'll take this time because we're gonna close. We're gonna take this time to answer any questions for like 5 minutes. If y'all don't have any questions, we will answer.
Somebody had a question. What was our favorite fruit? My favorite fruit is pineapple.
Mine's is pineapples, strawberries, pears, grapes.
So pretty much all the fruit.
All of it.
I
don't like cantaloupe. I don't like cantaloupe.
Cantaloupe, okay.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I will be able to eat cantaloupe, but other times nah. So it's like a sometime-ish thing with me. Mango, of course.
What if y'all had spiritual sex while you were feeding each other life?
What?
What if y'all had spiritual sex while y'all feeding each other life? Feeding each other strawberries, grapes, kiwi, eating it off each other's bodies. So now what you're doing is you're actually eating life off of life. So you're eating energy on top of energy while you're bringing together energy. I'm not going to talk about astral sex.
That's a different.
That's a whole different kind of sex. That's fifth dimension. I'm not going to talk about astral sex.
Yeah.
But that's true as well. Astral sex.
That's a different story.
Yeah, it's a whole different story. But yeah, I'm just saying, can kale be toxic? I really like it and I eat it every day. I heard somewhere that kale can be toxic, but I mean, listen, I don't know how something lively can be toxic. It's already broke.
But you're breaking it even more.
It's already broke.
Oh Lord.
Yeah, but I mean, hey, let's bathe in smoothies. Yeah, it's gonna clog your drains up.
I wouldn't want to drink that.
Clog your drains up. That's a lot of fruit. A lot of fruit being wasted. Gotta eat that. You know what I mean?
That's true.
I'll put a kiwi on you and eat it off you, but I ain't gonna take a bath in it.
It depends on where. No, I'm just joking. Let me stop. This video has to end like.
Yeah, I know, right? Oh man. Oh yes. Man. Yeah. I mean, what else? I just want to say you guys are a more inspirational couple and appreciate you guys for the knowledge you give daily. I'm always a fan of y'all. Oh, great.
No problem.
Appreciate it. What are y'all doing New Year's Eve? Same thing we're doing today?
Yeah.
My New Year's is whenever I say my New Year's. Whenever I want to change.
Matter of fact, our New Year's is tonight.
Boom.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. There we go. What's your advice to a very new couple who are on the same path as you two with a vegan and spiritual connection? Keep on going.
Yes, that's all.
Explore with each other, learn with each other. When y'all learn something, share it with each other, stuff like that.
There are going to be times where you guys butt heads, which is okay. Mm-hmm. That's part of growth. But just accept the good times as well as the bad times, and just continue to grow together. Do not learn on different occasions. Just learn together. Whatever information you find out, you explain to him. Whatever information he finds out, let him share with you so that you guys can continuously stay on the same path.
How do you deal with sex in your marriage when your partner is going through menopause? Love them for that particular time. Yeah. If you see them, if you're loving them on a spiritual level, you don't need to have sex with them physically to have that connection with them. So when she's going through that, just be there for her for as long as she's going through that. You know what I mean? I'll try to come up there in New Year's and party with y'all. Do you have the candle? I thought about natural candles. We don't really do candles. We do scents and oils.
Yeah, we do oils.
We just have candles around the house, but we don't. Yeah. We don't have like candles.
We have mostly incense. I can show them the incense.
We got we got incense. That's what we have. We have incense. We have oils. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Definitely. Is it spiritual when you start to look like your partner? Yes.
We start to look alike.
Yes. People have said this a lot that we look alike.
Yeah.
We start looking alike.
I'm like the female version.
Because my essence is in her and her essence is in me, and we start to look alike. So they say that all the time.
I want to get more chocolate though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You want to get more chocolate? But they said we look like each other. I see a lot of people who are together for a long time look a lot like each other. I'm like, how y'all like brother and sister now? It's crazy. Yeah. It's crazy. Yeah, so
somebody was saying something to me. I couldn't even.
Again, Mrs In10sity, give the pinhole glasses a try. You see better with your red glasses.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I think I realized if you guys understand, see me squinting has become like trying to read what y'all saying. Will do though.
Me and my girl have the same personality. That might be a good thing and a bad thing.
At the same time,
you might be like, "Damn, I'm an asshole."
But then again, she may be an a-hole too.
Yeah, that may be true.
But then again, it may be, like you guys can, vibe off of each other.
Yeah, definitely, Also, one thing that I actually did not talk about, do you know how you can actually figure out who's compatible to you? Lift that computer up real quick.
Oh, the astrology.
So, this is a book that you should get. Okay, if you don't want the this is actually a little complicated as well. But I love this. This book will tell you exactly who that person is for you, and this book is very, very accurate about who you are.
It's true,
and about who the person is that you're going to deal with. Now, I knew that Mrs In10sity was my yin to my yang, and then I found out in this book that she actually is my yin to my yang.
Imagine that.
So we actually complement each other perfectly because we are opposites that attract.
Now, why?
But we are the same sense. What?
Like, I'm a Scorpio.
Yes.
And you're an Aquarius.
I'm an Aquarius. Yes. Mm-hmm.
Now, according to the astrological, chart,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a water sign and you're
I'm an air sign.
An air sign.
I'm air. I'm Aquarius. I'm a water bearer, but the sign, I'm an air sign.
So you gotta look into all that as well.
Mm-hmm. You gotta look
at
your moon and all that stuff.
Right, it helps determine.
Yeah, you gotta look at your moons. Yep, all that stuff. Definitely.
What is my moon again?
What is your moon? I don't know what your moon. I don't know.
What is your moon?
I don't know. I forgot. I'm still learning this shit. I forgot.
We still the beginning stages.
Yeah, I'm still learning that. But
Yeah. But that's just a snippet. We will come to you with a different video about that as well.
But I want to learn more on that one. You know what I mean? But finding out what time you were born is very important for your natal chart as well.
So that you can figure out what you're supposed to be doing in this life.
Yes, definitely. Yes, absolutely. Show us this book. I'll put a link in my description.
We're gonna put it in the description.
And I'll put a link in the description for other books y'all can go ahead and get to verse yourself on the Tantric Sex and spiritual sex and all that stuff. But Astrology for Dummies. Forever growing, forever building with each other all the time. Heightens your spiritual connection with each other, have sex, have connection, be long lasting, have longevity, grow old, love each other forever, no matter how ugly and how wrinkled that you are when it comes down to it. You know what I mean? And
having a strong spiritual compatibility with your partner is going to kind of help you out in those days where you obviously the sex is getting kind of like mundane.
But
there are different things that you can use or you can incorporate in your sexual life that can help revamp or boost it up a little bit.
Absolutely. But we're tapped out. We're about to go to bed.
I didn't realize how long we stayed on here.
Yeah. How did we meet?
Oh,
we went to that before, didn't we?
We've went into that a couple times, but we will say it again.
Yeah.
We met, via Facebook. I heard about Mr. In10sity, but I wasn't sure who he really was. I know he was a fitness trainer at the time, and I, coming out of my modeling years, I had kind of like binged eat for a little bit, and I gained like 10 pounds. So I wanted to get back to my weight, and one day I just saw his picture on Facebook. I'm like, he's fine. So I added him on Facebook. I didn't realize that adding him on Facebook would actually make him reach out to me and talk to me.
I was like, who the hell is this?
Yeah.
Well, what? Because you had your model picture
up at that time.
Yeah, you had your model picture up. So I was like, well, damn, I'm gonna hit her back.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and we were talking to each other. I know that night we couldn't really get a chance to talk to each other fully. We were just texting back and forth, and it got exciting. Just hearing from him. That day because it was an evening.
It was evening, yep.
And then I gave him a number, and then he spoke in the next night. And our conversation was pretty good then too.
Yeah. And we agreed you coming to my classes.
Yeah, I remember talking to him about my weight, and he said, "Oh, you said come to your class." And honestly, I was afraid to go. That's my honest opinion.
And when she walked into class that day, I realized, I said, she's the one. I knew it instantly, and I said, I'll train you for free.
Yeah.
And if you know me, I wasn't training nobody for free. I don't care how fine you are. I wasn't training nobody for free.
I was taken aback when you said, I'm like, for real?
Yeah. So I said,
really?
Yeah. I said, so I saw her from day one. Tell me that she really wants to know that I said I started from the B. But that's how we met, though. Let me look at my notes. Hold on.
Oh, the B? Oh. What was that thing again?
I'm gonna look. Hold on. Let's see. Nothing here starts with a B. What you talking about? Nothing here starts with a B.
With a B?
Yeah, she might have heard me wrong. It didn't start with a B, though. Blockages?
Oh, blockage?
Nah, that wasn't it. It was something else. But yeah, it wasn't nothing to start with a B in here. Kundalini, no. Not start with a B. Sorry.
But yeah, that's how that ended up happening, and it was.
Somebody said I didn't know this, man. Yeah.
Yeah. So and I remember the first time we actually hugged each other. It was really nice.
Yeah.
We hugged each other before we kissed each other. We didn't even kiss each other that day.
What?
The first time we
Oh, your biofield?
Oh, biofield.
Biofield you're talking about? Yeah. But yeah, you know, that's how we met, you know. Tantric? What kind of sex y'all be having? The good stuff.
Yeah, good stuff.
The spiritual sex. that's the kind of sex we be having, you know. But she said, no, that's not it. That is not it.
How you figure?
No, she said we said
that's not the word.
We said another word, but
that's not the word.
I don't know what word she's talking about. I don't know what she's talking about.
Well, you know what? I'm not.
Nah, it wasn't like that.
I don't know what the name is. It's a very long name, and I think I know who you are because I think I've seen you with my glasses on before.
Yeah, that was the one Shamar was trying to hit on that day.
Right,
remember that?
Right.
Shamar was trying to hit on her that day.
Whatever happened to Shamar?
When we were talking about polygamy.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. Nah, it's not about topic sex.
You know, play back the video and you know, leave a comment and we will definitely come back to you on that one. Or, you know, you can send us an email and we'll get back to you on that.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for sure. But we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Please go to the website, Intensity.com. Get any soap, lotion.
Damn.
You know, put lotion on each other, breathe it in. I mean,
massage each other.
We're
coming out with the essential oil, so you can definitely start, you know, like incorporating that.
Yeah, we coming out.
Your
we coming out with essential oil.
Regular.
For sure.
Massages.
Definitely. But about to get out of here and have sacred energy exchange. I couldn't help myself, yo. I couldn't. I can't help myself. I'm sorry, y'all.
Yo, I know.
I can't help myself. You know what I mean?
I know. It's understandable because I'm thinking of the same thing too.
How long till it gets to me? It got sent out on the 9th. If it got sent out, it should take about 2 days. My stuff I send priority mail. Yeah, straight up. I'm keeping it real with y'all. Straight up. Yeah. And I'm gonna have sacred energy sleep right after that. And then astral project right after. Well, lucid dream, and then I'm gonna astral project right after that.
But you see, the thing is, your energy don't be tired.
That's why I'm gonna go to sleep and I'm gonna lucid dream first, and then I'll astral project later on. You know what I mean? I'll do that. You know. Hopefully, see when we do this one, I'm gonna teach her how to astral project again, so we can have astral sex. And we'll talk about it in the astral realm.
But how would I know it's you or not?
Oh, you'll know if it's me. In the astral realm, you'll know if it's me or not.
Okay. Because I know there's like, you know, spirits that kind of try to have
No.
Well,
they're shapeshifters.
Shapeshifters.
They'll shift their shape into something else to make them feel like they're beautiful, but they'll really be reptilian. That's what I'm talking about. But you'll know that because we're going to be doing it together.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? But we'll talk about that when it happens. But definitely, yeah. You know what I mean? Oh, the detox. Great. Good job, you know.
Nice.
No fear, Mrs. 10. You know what I mean? But
that's true. You're right.
No fear. But when it comes down to it, we love y'all. We appreciate y'all. Keep on tuning in to our latest videos that are coming out, and we'll see you soon. So besides that, this is Coach Reg, aka Mr. Intensity,
and I'm Alana, aka Mrs. Intensity.
And our job is to
invoke thought
and help awaken the world's consciousness,
one person at a time.
Hopefully, that person is you. If you need the password to the website or not, call the number on the website. The website. I'm sorry, it's getting late. And or just make another one. But I mean, go ahead and get that. But besides that, we out of here. Peace.